The real spiel is
Kelsey tonight,
Stephanie White.
Not the most.
Stephanie White has chosen Kelsey Mitchell over Caitlin Clark, and that's just flat out the truth. Stephanie White wants to run this offense through Kelsey Mitchell, and she says it herself right here. She said that, Stephanie White said that, Caitlin, if you're missing, just drive, don't keep shooting. Don't just keep shooting. She said that herself. She wants Kelsey Mitchell to keep firing. At one point in the game, Kelsey Mitchell was 2 for 14. And we already know Caitlin Clark came out on the Sue Bird podcast and said that Stephanie White don't want her shooting.
Why is the WNBA's biggest star being told to stop shooting? Caitlin Clark just revealed shocking details, saying, "Coach White told me, if you're missing, just drive. Don't keep shooting." Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell is encouraged to fire away. What's really going on here? Let's break down how this favoritism is tanking both Clark and the Fever's potential. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Night, but still an impactful night, and especially in that fourth quarter. Is there any kind of message you need to say to her? Anything that we still need you to keep shooting and keep going, or anything like that?
And then helping her recalibrate when she's attacking the rim and just staying on balance. I thought there are times where she's taking a lot of contact and she gets off balance and she goes off of one leg instead of off two. And yeah, I think the biggest thing is just telling her, like, let it fly. It's gonna go.
Let it fly. It's gonna go. You've never heard her say that with Caitlin. You've never heard her say that with Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie. She's different. She's the kind of player who comes along once in a generation. The type who makes people turn on the TV or pack out arenas. Think about it. Before Caitlin even stepped foot on a WNBA court, she was already a phenomenon, breaking records and making headlines during her college career. It's not just her skill on the court, it's her energy, her ability to connect with fans.
Yo, this lady's crazy.
Keep shooting it from outside.
Keep shooting it from outside. Listen to that. Keep shooting it from outside.
Her best decisions, and then to keep shooting it from outside. She made some big ones when we needed them. Just really reiterate to her, particularly, in those moments, to go off of 2 feet, stay balanced, go strong to the rim. That's when she makes her best reads and her best decisions. And then
Stephanie White has made the decision that this is Kelsey Mitchell's team, y'all. Whether you like it or not, that is the decision that has been made. Do I agree with it? No, absolutely not.
And her knack for delivering the kind of performances you don't forget. Yet somehow, when it comes to the Indiana Fever, she's being treated like she's just another player. Why? Stephanie White's questionable coaching choices aren't a secret. On the Sue Bird podcast, she openly said, "If Caitlin's shot isn't falling, we've asked her to drive instead of shooting through it." On the surface, that might seem like standard advice, but here's the kicker. Kelsey Mitchell, on the same team, is being given the exact opposite message. Mitchell has been told to keep taking shots no matter how cold she gets. That's where fans start scratching their heads.
We know where that leads you. We've seen where that leads teams. We've seen that. We've seen that already. Kelsey Mitchell is a volume shooter. She was 2 for 14, 8 for 24 on the game. I like her game. She's a certified bucket getter, but let's be clear here. Running your offense through Kelsey Mitchell game after game after game. So at the end of the day, I don't believe this is going to work.
How can you have Caitlin Clark, an offensive machine, held back while encouraging another player to dominate, even if it's not working? The cracks are showing. Take the game against Atlanta earlier this season. Clark opened with a red-hot quarter, draining three-pointers and slicing through defenders, making it look effortless. But as the game went on, it was clear the offense was shifting around Mitchell. By the fourth quarter, Clark had faded into the background, barely touching the ball during critical possessions, and the numbers speak for themselves. Despite shooting more efficiently and creating plays for her teammates, Clark ended with fewer minutes and far fewer shot attempts than Mitchell, who had struggled all game. Fans aren't quiet about this. Social media has been flooded with people criticizing White's favoritism. Some are calling it a disaster for the Fever, accusing the coaching staff of ignoring what's right in front of them. Others are questioning if there's something deeper behind these decisions. Personal bias, perhaps? Whatever it is, Clark isn't the problem. She's the solution. Why would a coach willingly hold back Caitlin Clark? That's the question fans can't seem to figure out. Stephanie White has made it clear she's running the offense through Kelsey Mitchell, even doubling down publicly with quotes like, "Let it fly, it's going to go." But when it comes to Clark, that same freedom is nowhere to be found. Instead, White's message to Clark has been to pull back, focus on driving, rather than trusting her shot. To call it strange would be an understatement. Fans are calling it sabotage. The favoritism feels impossible to ignore. Inside the Fever's locker room, you have one of the most electrifying players the WNBA has ever seen playing second fiddle to a veteran who, while talented, simply doesn't have Clark's ceiling. Social media has run wild with memes and jokes about White's favoritism, with one post describing it as cartoonish, like Acme literally brought it to life. And on the court, it's led to some baffling moments. You see Clark creating space, moving without the ball, draining defenders out of position, only for possessions to fizzle out on forced looks by Mitchell that leave fans groaning. It gets worse. To make things even harder for Clark, the Fever recently added another guard to their roster. For some, this was the final straw. What should have been Caitlin's team is starting to look like an effort to pile up players who will keep her from becoming the focal point. And that's led to theories. Is this really about strategy, or is there a personal element here? Could White be trying to protect an old hierarchy instead of letting a new face like Clark truly lead? The consequences? If Clark keeps being pushed aside, she might leave, and if that happens, she won't just take her game, she'll take her massive fan base. The Fever might think they're maintaining control, but in reality, they're risking their entire future. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a movement. Her impact on WNBA viewership, a staggering 400% increase since she arrived, proves what's at stake. We're talking about a boost this league couldn't have dreamed of reaching before 2028. But instead of building their future around her, the Fever seems determined to shrink her role. Decisions like these don't just hurt Clark. They hurt the entire WNBA. If the Fever doesn't course correct, they could not only lose a generational talent, but also alienate the fans she's brought in. So, what's next? Will Caitlin stay, or will another team let her shine?